All right, let's get into it. Today, we're blasting off from our cozy little corner of the galaxy. We're going to take a trip to some of the most extreme, violent, and just completely uninhabitable places in the entire universe. It's time to explore the real worlds of fire and ice.
So let me ask you something. When I say the word planet, what pops into your head? Probably, a round rock, maybe some swirly clouds, circling an ice star, right? But what does it really mean for a planet to be hostile? Is it just a little too hot or a bit too cold? Not even close. The reality is so much more extreme and honestly, way more interesting. This quote really just hits the nail on the head. For every Earth-like planet, dozens of worlds exist where conditions make survival not just unlikely, but physically impossible. Think about that for a second. It means our universe isn't just a little unfriendly, it's overwhelmingly, fundamentally lethal. A nice, stable planet like ours, that's the freak occurrence, not the other way around.
And that's the big takeaway we need to start with. Earth is absolutely not the norm. Our little blue marble, with its perfect climate and oceans, it's a cosmic oddball. The universe, as a whole, is just not a gentle place. I mean, for the longest time, we could only really guess what was out there beyond our own solar system. But now, oh man, with game changers like the Kepler mission and the James Webb Space Telescope, we're not guessing anymore. We know. And what have we found? A whole universe filled with, well, cosmic nightmares. We're talking about planets that push the laws of physics to the absolute breaking point. Okay, so you want to see what I'm talking about? Let's go on a little tour. We're going to visit a few of these confirmed hostile worlds just to see how wild it can really get out there. So buckle up. Our first stop is a place called K2-141b. It's about 200 light years from us, and people call it a lava world. But honestly, that name doesn't even begin to do justice to the sheer horror show that's going down on this planet. Okay, just try to picture this. Forget water. The entire surface is a gigantic ocean of molten lava, maybe miles deep. That superheats the air above it so much that the rock itself vaporizes, creating an atmosphere of, well, rock vapor. Then you have these insane supersonic winds that blast this rock gas across the planet. And get this, on the cold dark side, that vapor actually cools down, solidifies, and then rains back down as solid rock. It's literally raining rocks. So you might be asking, why is it so ridiculously extreme? Well, check this out. A single year on this planet, one full trip around its star, is only 6.7 hours long. That's insane. Because it's so close, it's tidally locked. That means one side is constantly facing its star, getting absolutely baked into an ocean of magma, while the other side is stuck in a permanent frozen night. That crazy proximity is what drives the whole nightmarish weather system. All right, let's do a complete 180. We're going from the hottest of the hot to the coldest of the cold. Our next stop is a different kind of monster altogether, a frozen rogue planet. This is a world with no sun, just drifting all by itself in the blackness between the stars. So what are these things? Basically, they're planetary orphans. They got kicked out of their own solar systems and are now just wandering through space alone. With no star, there's no light, no heat, nothing. The temperature drops to just a few degrees above absolute zero. We're talking so cold that nitrogen, the stuff that makes up most of our air, freezes solid. There's no atmosphere, no weather, just silence. It's a cosmic tomb frozen in a way we can barely even wrap our heads around. So we've seen the fire, we've seen the ice. But the big question is, how do planets get this way? Is it just bad luck? Not at all. It turns out there's a kind of recipe for creating these hostile worlds, a specific mix of ingredients that guarantees a nightmare scenario. And here are the four main ingredients. First, you've got intense radiation from a star, just like we saw with K2-141b, enough to literally boil rock. Then, you've got crushing gravitational forces that can tear a planet apart. Third, unstable orbits. That's how you get a frozen rogue, by flinging a planet out into deep space. And finally, you have reactive atmospheric chemistry, which can whip up storms of acid or, falling rocks. Most of these awful worlds are a nasty cocktail of a few of these things. Taking this tour through cosmic hell actually has a point, and that point is to make us look back at our own planet and realize just how special it is. So let's bring it back home and really see what a difference it makes. I mean, just look at this comparison. Earth has liquid water and solid land. K2-141b has an ocean of molten rock. A rogue planet has nothing, just a hard vacuum over ice.
Our year is 365 days. The lava world's is 6.7 hours. And our weather? Rain, some wind, a little snow. Compare that to supersonic winds and storms of falling rock. The difference isn't just big, it's absolutely staggering. And that's really the heart of it. Everything we just assume is normal, a stable orbit, an atmosphere that protects us, temperatures that let water be liquid, it's all because of this incredibly fragile, perfect balance. We're not just on some average planet. We are, without a doubt, living on the winning ticket of a cosmic lottery in a universe that's mostly designed to lose. And that really brings us to the final mind-bending question. What we've talked about today, these are real places that we've actually found. But we are just scratching the surface. We're at the very beginning of exploring this galactic zoo. So the question I want to leave you with is this. If these are the kinds of worlds we found already, what other, even crazier extremes are still out there, just waiting for us to discover them?